Hey everyone, it's London Casimir with PressPassLA. We're hanging out with BET at the Evening with the Creatives. We're going to be talking to the hit stars from shows like Celebrity Squares, The Miss Pat Show, and Kingdom Business. Make sure you stay tuned right here. You're not going to want to miss it. How important is it that the stories that are being represented are also resonating with the audience?
When we do the Image Awards, mainstream press always calls me and says, well, given the way the world has evolved, do the Image Awards really need to exist, or like do the Grammys and the Oscars, do they take care of it? And I said, the key is that our community loves to be recognized by our community. The series and shows that we're talking about celebrating this night, whether it's Miss Pat, Diarra From Detroit, Average Joe, the BET Awards 50th anniversary of hip hop, those series are profoundly authentic to our community, right? They're not someone else's idea that's kind of recast through a black lens. They're really profoundly original. And what we love is taking things that are deeply original and are authentically related to our community and bringing them to life. So we love doing it.
How important is it for someone like you to be able to share advice? How important is it for you to be able to share your journey and even telling your stories and telling our stories?
Oh, I mean, it's wildly important. It's only because someone gave me the space and the opportunity and opened the door to be able to tell those stories. So I think it's in sharing our experiences, our challenges, that we really give permission to other people to continue to dream. And that's why people say representation matters. It's sort of like a, buzz phrase now, but it really does matter. And I think we've seen so much change in the past, 10 to 20 years because we've all been watching each other and saying like, okay, sis, you can do it, I can do it. Why not me?
Celebrity Squares is something that I feel like honestly is like a big family reunion with a bunch of your peers. Is that how you feel like it is as well?
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We got to bridge the gap from the older generation to the younger generation, and it's kind of like a barbecue, you know what I'm saying, where we come kick it with your aunt and your auntie and have a good time, and plus get a little game from really people that's, paved the way for, folks like us.
You also have an upcoming show in Vegas. I mean, the lineup, come on, let's talk about it.
DC on Fly will be doing music at that show. I got Come in the Game. We got 85 South touring right now, the big business tour. Some more Celebrity Squares. Matter of fact, Celebrity Squares and 85 South podcast won Image Award. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to stay down and, stay prayed up and just keep working.
Tell us a little bit about your hit show on BET.
Diarra From Detroit is a show that I wrote and star in. I play a school teacher who was ghosted, and she refuses to take that line down. She's like, I think we had a connection. And so she takes it upon herself to sort of figure out what happened to this guy. And it turns out that he might be in the middle of a mystery. And now she has to solve it with her friends.
That situation is so relatable. I'm sure the audience really resonates with that. Is that something that you kind of see with the feedback?
Yeah, I think it really is like wish fulfillment for people, because I think most people have been ghosted once or twice here or there, and most of the time we have to let it go. You don't want to be a stalker, but I think it is nice to have that wish fulfillment, to see Diarra get to the end of this mystery and figure out if what happened to this guy and if what she felt for him was actually real.
Tell us a little bit about what you have to say to those that support your show, that watch BET faithfully and loyally, that pay for that subscription every month. What do you have to say to those people?
For those of you who have paid for that prescription every month, you deserve high quality, like high premium television. You deserve to have your artists pour their hearts and souls into the stories that are coming into your home every single week. And we just know that we love you. And that's the kind of work that we're trying to do. We're not shortchanging our audiences. If you watch Diarra From Detroit, just know that we are giving you every single thing that we got. Because you deserve it.
So great meeting you. We are twin outfits today.
We're going to prom.
Yes. Doing an amazing job. Do you have any advice to anyone that may be coming across your desk, may be coming across getting their submission tapes in? Is there any advice that you would give to them, or something that you're particularly looking for when you're casting the shows?
Well, we always have an idea of what we're looking for, but as casting people, we remain open-minded because we are there to show the writer, the producer, director the best choices, right? So you really, can't be too rigid. You shouldn't be anyway. So I am that, and I just always tell actors, be as prepared as you can be. When you leave the room, you have no regrets.
Tell us how you step into that, especially as you grow as a woman. How do you taking on new roles, new scripts, new characters, how does that evolve as you evolve as a woman?
You know what? It's so crazy. I always feel like the roles that I get are like divine, and I'm sure a lot of actors feel that way, but like getting Rebel in Kingdom Business was so divine because I related to her on like all of her spiritual struggles, or like her feeling like not knowing what to do. And I feel like we all feel that way, and sometimes life can let you down and then you don't really know where to go from there. And I think that's Rebel's redemption story, and so it kind of aligned that way. And I just, because of the characters going through these things that I actually have went through or was going through at the time, it just makes it that much easier just to step into the role and be Rebel. And I was telling Kirk this a lot of the times in the studio. I'm like, I don't want to sing this song because like I feel it too much, and like this is my life. And there was many times in the studio where I was crying because the songs that he writes are just so beautiful, and they resonated with me deeply.